Hiya folks, I'm Grim and welcome to Grim Grooves. Today we'll be checking out Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, the song that you guys most heavily requested after my first listen to Abracadabra the other day, which was my first time listening to Lady Gaga in general. But this song has 1.9 billion views, so I think I'm gonna like it, because why wouldn't I, right? But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because I got so much more content coming in the future from Lady Gaga and so many other artists. If you'd like to support me or request something on your own, you can request it down in the comments or on my Patreon if you'd like to see it right away. You can request something, or even two things, and I'll have it in the next few days. But without further ado, let's check out Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. Okay, little eyes wide shut action maybe. Nice. Such a different feeling from the very beginning of the song till now. At the beginning it's very melodic, very fantastic, like clear vocalizations coming from Lady Gaga and stuff like that. Fantastic layered synth melodies. There were just probably like 4 or 5 different synth melodies we had going on right at the beginning. And now it goes to this section, which is almost like a rap in a way, like just the cadence of her voice, the way that she is delivering the lines she's singing. It feels almost rap-like, and like vocalizations as well. Like it's almost like scat in a way, just like making vocalizations with her voice, but it sounds good. That bass. It's interesting how the melody in the back now is, for the most part, just like a bouncing kind of bassy beat. It's almost like a chiptune like bass, like very synthetic bass, just like bouncing in the background. Like the odd time we get like ticks like a metronome or something like that. It's interesting. And then every once in a while, before we had these like synth melodies that just kind of came in and disappeared, but it's mostly being carried right now by Lady Gaga's vocals, which are again fantastic. She has the ability to go from different ranges really fluidly. And again, I mentioned this Abracadabra video, how she has a kind of deep raspiness to her voice that just lends itself really well to singing, especially in this style that she does. It's just fantastic. And also the art style, like the outfits and things like that, are just so stylish. It feels like a Tool video, but if a Tool video was done by like an art designer or something like that. It's just really cool. Very like Fifth Element. Like I wouldn't be surprised if she was going for like Fifth Element there. Lilo Multipass. You know that I want you, and you know that I need you. I want them back. Her eyes also look huge there. I just had to say that they look huge. You know that I need you. Yeah. Nice. Alright, so this song's structure is really interesting because at the very beginning we had a part like that chorus we just heard. I believe it was the chorus because they said Bad Romance a number of times, which is the name of the song, typically gets repeated in the chorus, all that type of stuff. But it's just interesting that we only really had a section of the song like that at the very beginning to start us off, and it was just, again, very melodic, very beautiful vocalizations from Gaga, just excellent sustained notes and things like that. And then we had just so much variety in between, and then we get back into the chorus, and it's back to this very smooth, very melodic, beautiful music with a bit of synth melodies in the background and everything like that. And it hits. Like, I can see why this is so popular. It's just such a catchy song already, and it just keeps growing, and it's so diverse as well. Like, you're not getting the exact same thing over and over again. Like, we go from that smooth melodic section in the chorus again right back to this, again, almost rap beat section where it's just vocalization and stuff. It's just really solid. We got an extra synth melody here now going on too. Like, now it goes bump 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 bump. Before it was just like bump bump bump. Like, we've added another layer to it, so the song is also evolving as we go, which is always cool. New synth melody too. Little bit of like an auto-tune effect on her vocals at some moments. She doesn't really need it because she has such a fantastic voice on her own, but it just adds a little something like mystical, a little something mechanical, like just something like slightly inhuman about the way that she's delivering these lines, but it works really well here. While you admire window, baby is sick, I want your love. Some chiptune melody. Breakdown. Nice. Love these vocalizations. It's just it works so well with her vocal style, just to have these sustained notes and just vocalizations like this. It's perfect for this song. I mean, again, the structure of the song is really well made, and Lady Gaga just absolutely is killing it with her vocals throughout this entire thing, and it's so diverse, so much more diverse than I expected it to be, but it's really well done. Interesting. Ooh, and once again, it switched up like twice in this last little bit. We got that new little breakdown section we just had there, which was interesting. We had a kind of bouncing synth melody that then built into a more bassy synth melody in the forefront, as Gaga was singing there. And now we've got another switch up to something completely different. French. Little syncopated vocals here, layered vocals. It's really cool. I mean, it's good. Nice. Nice. I was hoping it would do that. Ooh, damn. I was trying to think of who she really reminds me of as an artist, and I'd have to say it's probably like Cher mixed with like Madonna. She has like the vibe of both. just like strong female vocals, like very distinct vocal style that's very like unique to her, very artistic and things like that, going in their own way, doing their own thing. Like even though I haven't listened to Gaga's music, I know of her just being in the zeitgeist and things like that, watching content online and stuff like that, and just hearing about things over the last 20 years. Like I know of her, and I know she's hugely impactful, and she's like great art sense, great like independent artist and things like that. But seeing it is different than hearing about it. I can tell you that. Like, this is just so unique. It's so interesting. It's like an art piece in a music video as well.
Gaga, ooh la la, what's your romance?
Of course. Judging by everything we've seen in the rest of the video, this makes sense. There's not a lot of ways that this type of thing would make sense, just like a woman in a bed with like sparks shooting out. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, judging by everything else we've seen in this video, it kind of fits. And artistically, again, this stands on its own, even compared to something like a Tool video, which is very abstract, very artistic, very stylized, a lot of surreal kind of like different layers and subtext and things like that going on. And this one, there's just so much more. Like, it's very rare to see something that has this many dimensions to it, not only musically but also visually. Again, from an art perspective, like there's just so much to like break down. Like, you could probably spend an hour or even multiple hours just kind of breaking down each little element of the song and how interesting it was and why it's so popular. Like, but it's just a good song. I mean, on top of everything else, it's just a very catchy song, great beat. The way that the song changes throughout the whole thing is really impressive too. I mentioned it before, just like starting out very soft, very mellow, kind of draws you in with her beautiful vocals and the beautiful kind of sustain notes she had there. And then we go a little wild with it, with the rah, rah, ooh, la, la. Like, it's interesting vocalizations, and it's still catchy. Like, it still draws you in even further, and just like, it gets stuck in your head, this loop that's almost like, again, rap lyrics. The way that's delivered is almost in a rap style. And then we just keep going and keep changing and keep growing as a song, and it just keeps becoming more and more diverse and interesting. And even near the end here, for the last half of the song, we had like 3 or 4 different unique switch-ups to the song that just keeps you interested, keeps something new coming, and keeps, like, it doesn't get repetitive or samey. Like, each element that we had, like the core elements, they only happened like 2 or 3 times. Like the more melodic section, I think we got that like 3 times, like 2 choruses right at the beginning. Then there was like the rap kind of part, we got that about twice. Like, so nothing was overdone. It was all done in like the perfect amount to be like unique and interesting and kind of draw you in and catchy enough to keep you listening and get stuck in your head so you listen to it more. Like, it's just really impressive. This entire thing was just really impressive, and I'm very glad that you guys suggested it to me, because it was really solid. And I definitely need to check out more Lady Gaga. I'll probably do a video where it's like going down the Lady Gaga rabbit hole and do like 5 or 6 or 10 videos in one video. I was thinking about that, so we'll see. I mean, I don't really make anything from these because it's more popular artists. It is what it is. But if you guys would like to support me in any way, you can always do it but through the links in my description. I've got a Patreon, Ko-Fi, all that type of fun stuff. Or even supporting me on Patreon. Like, again, you can request some new stuff and help support your creators. But thanks again for hanging out and watching my reaction. It was a blast, and I can't wait to listen to more from her. But until next time, later days, folks.